Three, two, and one. We are live. What is up, ATG fam? This is our second time using our full studio capabilities. We got the roadcast, we got the sound bites. It's going to be a wild episode. So just a heads up for you guys, Brandon, my co-host, wasn't able to make it. He was going out of town, so it's just going to be me and our very special guest. I know a lot of you viewers know this guy. I got a lot of messages after I promoted it. Many of the people we grew up with are good friends with this guy. He's a MMA enthusiast, car enthusiast. He's one of the only guys I know to beat Dragon Force on Guitar Hero. And let's just not waste any more time. Let me just introduce our special guest, my longtime friend, Nick Martinez. What is up, fam? How are you?
What's up, man? I'm great.
I'm sorry I make you wear those crazy glasses, bro, but you don't have to leave them on the whole episode.
First and foremost, yeah, these are crazy.
Whoa.
I don't condone to traditions and whatnot. So,
Yeah.
so consider yourself special for me doing this.
Yeah, I'm just stoked that we had the same superheroes in common because that's a good vibe right off the bat.
The Marvel wall, that's great. I love it. So,
So those of you guys that don't know, like the guests, when they come over, we have kind of two traditions. And we have them light the candle, kind of just like sets the vibe. And we make them light it with like a piece of paper. So half of our guests burn their hands, which is kind of funny. And then we have a Marvel wall and a DC wall. And so we kind of just tell our guests to pick their top two. And we have the same, Venom and Doctor Strange. Those go the hardest, I think.
100%.
Like Venom, I mean, how can you choose Venom over Spider-Man? Venom's black and he's more jacked.
Spider-Man's like... I think there was a misinterpretation of why I chose the Venom.
Okay, why did you choose Venom?
So it's because I think that's Carnage's hand there.
Oh.
If I'm not mistaken, and because they're Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. I'm a Spider-Man fanboy, but I also love Venom.
For sure.
So it was like, I saw all three of them. I was like, yo, that's the one.
I think just off looks alone, like if as a kid, if you didn't know any backstory, you would probably choose Venom just because he looks way more beast.
Yo, he's sick, dude. He's sick. Tom Hardy's Venom.
Hardy's Venom.
That shit goes way too hard.
Doctor Strange, that one kind of fell. The second movie kind of fell.
You didn't like it?
I don't know. I think I had such high expectations. I was expecting it to be like the Into the Spider-Verse, like way more like Rick and Morty style. But it seems like they didn't really...
Like, just to jump right into like the controversial things, like one big thing that resonated heavily with me was whenever they skipped through the multiverse and they're walking through that crazy city. I think it's the one with the Illuminati.
Yeah.
And Doctor Strange said something about food, and then the America Chavez said, wait, you have to pay for food where you're from?
Oh,
and
yeah.
And they started talking about like how food is like, you have to pay for food.
Right. Like they made it seem like that was such a... Like a huge... Because that's a huge issue in like we're on our world, huh?
Oh, 100%, you know?
They're like, wow, you guys are still there in life?
Like, it's a joke, but like if you think about it, it's way more fucked up, like screwed up than it actually should be.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
That is true.
That was just something that really stuck with me. I felt like I should get that out there.
But that's why I love you, man, because you look at movies like full, like deep dive.
Oh.
You don't just like watch it, and you pay attention to the little details. And that's what I love. Like, that's why I liked watching movies with you. Remember we'd go to the movie theaters?
Yo, we would go to the movies a lot. Like, and I still do. I hope you still do. I try to go to the movies as much as I can. I love it. I love the theater. My dad, we grew up with him going to the theater, and it just kind of stuck. And I love being dug into like the cinematic world, and
for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because so much money and thought goes into writing a script.
Yep.
And it's cool to just like digest it and really like look at it from the director's perspective.
Yeah, and it's like just food for thought, perspective, creativity, all that stuff. Just like damn, that was like again, like the idea of food costing money. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that was. It's just little things like that are cool, you know. So
I need to link back up with you because I don't no longer have anyone to watch scary movies with. My girlfriend Kiana.
Oh, dude.
She won't even watch anything that's like close to scary.
Oh man, I feel for you, bro.
And that's like, damn, I want to go watch like that new Evil Dead movie. And I know you. Before we get into it, don't ruin it for me because I want to see it.
Right into the conversation.
But the last Evil Dead movie was legit.
I don't remember if I actually saw the new Evil Dead.
You should watch the other one.
Yeah, so
that one blew my mind.
I saw the second.
Keep talking.
one.
I'm just gonna make sure we're wrong.
Oh, you're good. I saw the second one, but I was like, I don't know, man. Mixed emotions. So I don't wanna say nothing about it really. You know, if you're looking forward to it, so. That's all. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, the Evil Dead movies like take the scary zombie possessed person like to a next level.
They definitely did that with this.
Did they?
Yeah, definitely.
Like they make The Exorcist and those other movies look like not that scary.
Again, like I want to say so much about it right now.
Save it. Let me. Actually, let's watch it. Would you watch it again or no?
Fuck.
Damn.
Yo, cut.
Hey, but just a little backstory, Nick, so the audience knows.
Yeah.
You're one of my oldest friends. Like
sure.
Looking back, I think I remember even having you stay over at my house when we were like in 6th grade or 7th grade, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
yeah,
I remember Martin being there, maybe Matt Adams. We had like the whole crew.
Dude, yeah, for sure.
And we'd like you were staying at my house when we had like the tent in the backyard type stuff, you know?
I think we even stayed one time together at Marcus Cadillo's house.
Oh yeah.
We had a sleepover.
Oh my
there.
God, you were there that night?
We were there.
I've told the story about that night
and
on the pod.
You didn't mention me? Was I forgotten?
I remember you were like my protector, bro, because that was a scary night.
That was a weird night.
Because I think
we were diving into some like voodoo type like.
Yeah, it was like when the YouTube, like we had full access to YouTube and we could look up anything we wanted.
Oh, it was wild.
And we're like, let's see how scared we could get.
Uncharted territory.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
We're like, how can you? I don't even know what we looked up, but let's just say there was some weird stuff going on, some haunted stuff. No. But other than that, like. I think how we first became friends maybe was like through youth group, like at church.
Yeah, I think so, because I was like actually on my way up here, I was like, how did we even like, because like no offense, sir, don't take this offenseful, but you were a part of your crowd in school.
Right, right.
And I kind of just hopped around from crowd to crowd, and I was a skater, and I was kind of like defiant in school and didn't do well and stuff like that, but that's besides the point. But I never really had like a clique where we like cross paths.
We didn't have groups. We were literally just friends outside of our groups, because like
exactly.
I was telling Kiana or my parents this, like I would get out of wrestling practice and then I would go hang out with like you, Mylan, and Tim, and you guys would be like doing band practice like in the garage. Like just totally different worlds.
I forgot about that. We actually had like, and it didn't last that long, but we had like
for a summer.
Like we legit had like a little band where we tried to get going in my mom's backyard. In the garage.
Yep.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think about, and it's funny, but.
And like you guys would record it like on our phones, the flip phones, and then you would text it to everyone like. What was the name of your band? Do you remember?
I don't remember, dude.
So you were on guitar, Mylan was on bass, and then Tim was on drums.
Yep.
And then I would just show up and freestyle sometimes, just mess around.
I don't know why we would freestyle. Like 80% of like the time that we spent together was freestyle.
I know.
100%.
We're gonna get a freestyle session after this, believe me.
Yeah, we are.
Yo, shout out to the twins too. We used to bust rhymes in the studio.
Yep.
Michael and Devon.
And I think they're
That's their names, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael and Devon. And I think they still make music. I think they're like they definitely haven't stopped or given up on that idea.
Yeah.
I think they've slowed down, but they're still they make good music, great music, good lyrics, good like you know what I mean. So
they were the ones who actually like took it serious and would actually make tracks. Mm-hmm. We would just like have a couple drinks and just go mess around in the booth like.
Yep.
And it was cool because their dad's name Gary.
Yep, Lynn and Gary.
Yeah, so I remember like. It was like me, you, Charlie, Jake sometimes, but it was like me, you, Charlie, the twins, and Gary.
Yep.
We're all just in a circle, and we just put on like Bobby Shmurda instrumental, just go at it.
Yo, Soulja Boy type beats.
Dude, Gary has the hardest voice. He sounds like DMX for real.
Yo, he and he's got good lyrics too.
Yeah.
Man. You know, it's like it's crazy. They're and not only that, but they're good people. So
Yeah.
you know, so
But yeah, I think that's like kind of crazy because, like you had just said, we were totally in different groups, but we were close friends outside of that group.
yeah.
Like I could count on you to like meet up with me at church, or I could hit you up, and we would just hang out like one-on-one type stuff.
Yeah, dude. Skateboarding
Was a big one.
music. You know, we kind of like the same artist. Yeah, going out to eat. I think we clicked up with Mariano for a while. We were clicked up with Mariano for a while.
Yeah.
He was, you know, and
I miss that guy, man. He's out there driving Bugattis. He's like the next Andrew Tate.
Yo, what?
Try and get a little close. Just keep it like right here.
All right.
But don't you think when I watch his stories, I'm like, what does this guy think he's Andrew Tate?
He's
Because
crazy.
you know how Andrew Tate's from Romania?
Is he from Romania?
Yeah.
No, I think he's. So I think that's like where he's at now. For the sake of like, I don't know why I'm like. I think his mom, Andrew Tate's mom's from like UK.
Oh, okay.
And his dad's from US or something, but he lives in the.
He like lives in Romania just because of whatever.
I don't know. I have no idea.
But shout out to Mariano.
Yo, he's doing
I miss
good,
that homie.
bro.
He does, and he just got married.
He just got married. I think he's.
Yeah, thanks for the invite, bro. Just kidding.
Yeah, that's what I said. We actually just went to the Super China Buffet in Los Lunas a couple weeks ago.
No way.
Yeah, he called me randomly. He always calls me and stuff, so
That's
we've
cool.
always. I think he was really good friends with my sister, and then we became really good friends, all three of us.
Right.
He's kind of always kept up, but
Again, he was like another friend that we kind of all went to church together too.
yeah, yep. Mariano
That was the cool
heavy
thing
in the
about
church.
youth group is it like took all the outsiders and we like formed our own like outside
Yeah,
clique in a way.
Like everybody from like each corner of like who people are, like they
Right.
just grouped them up. Like,
Yeah,
if that
because like
makes sense.
Matt Adams was like a basketball dude.
Yeah, for
Mariano
sure.
was soccer. But like outside of church, we would like all go back to our groups, but then we would all
Yeah,
hang out.
Yep. And then eventually we just kind of all like hung out
Yeah.
together and became good friends.
Yeah, shout out to Mariano. That guy's probably one of the best soccer players I've ever seen.
Oh, he's a beast. He's still. I think he actually just got into jiu-jitsu.
Shut up.
He's doing jiu-jitsu right now.
Oh, that guy's gonna be a monster.
He's a monster. He's like 6 foot tall, and you know he's in good shape. He's a beast. So like,
Imagine getting a leg lock or that guy getting a leg lock on you.
nah, I still it's
Piece
Uncle.
him up.
I'll still piece him up. Uncle Drac, you know what it is, bro.
Uncle Jack.
If you're listening, you know what it is.
Hey, so when I promoted you on the pod, on the story, I posted a picture of you in a gi.
Oh yeah.
You did a tournament like
Yo,
last year, didn't
I
you?
competed last year. I've fallen off. I've fallen off the bandwagon. I need to get back into training. I'm like eating like shit and like just working on carbs
Right.
and just doing what I do. But
It's hard, man. It's time consuming.
it
You have
is.
to.
But between like just everything else I have going on and I need to prioritize like fitness and my love for
Right.
MMA and jiu-jitsu because I do love it. But yeah, I competed last year.
Hell yeah.
It was in the white belt bracket.
So like an open division type, like 18 and up.
So anybody who's a white belt, and then 18 and up for I think the 154 weight class,
Nice.
154 pounds. So,
Getting up there.
yo, I'm heavier than that right now. I got some weight to lose.
Uh-huh.
No, but I did all right, bro. The
Yeah.
guy I went up against, he was huge, bro. They're like,
Just put weight on you or what?
well, like I'm kind of shorter.
Mm-hmm.
And like, dude, have you seen like the 135-pound division in MMA?
It's
These
the
guys
most
are like
stacked
5'11".
division.
They're 6 foot tall. They're huge, bro. It's crazy.
Aljamain Sterling cutting from like 180.
Yo, dude, it is crazy. And that's how like these guys are. They it's not as serious and it's only white belts,
Right.
but these guys are big guys, so like I don't know. I mean, it kind of yo. So like I have to cut some serious weight
Yeah.
to like be competitively
Yeah.
like.
I know what you mean, man. It's the
And
same
maybe
thing
not.
with
It could
wrestling.
be like a mindset too. You know what I mean? Like
Yup.
maybe I just need to get over it and just work harder and
It sucks that the weight thing is such an issue because
it is.
if you want to be competitive, you almost have to cut at least 10
Yeah,
pounds.
weight
you
bullies,
have to.
bro. Yeah, weight bullies.
Because with wrestling or jiu-jitsu, it really does matter. Like when someone
Yeah.
has an extra even 10 pounds.
And not only the extra weight, but like they're huge, bro.
Mm-hmm.
These are like like somebody, who's like 5'3", 5'4", 5'5", going up against somebody in jiu-jitsu who's like 5'11", 5'10". Like the capabilities for somebody who's lengthier to do like leg locks and or like triangle locks,
right,
certain things like that, and it's, but being shorter or having smaller limbs has its advantages too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just an argument. That
it's just something to overcome,
Yep,
something to work
sure.
at.
Yep.
That's why I always used to like freak out like when Daniel Cormier would fight John Jones because of the height and like he was just like a little ball, dude. And he had to throw at least 4 punches to land one.
Dude, he had a fight in the
John
pocket.
was just
That's
like
scary, dude.
Yeah.
That beef in the UFC is probably one of my favorite beefs ever, dude. I love
me too.
John Jones.
I got sad when it ended.
I love John. I know a lot of people like root against him, but he's
John's like that. He's like my, how do you say it? He's like an ex-girlfriend that you like care about, but you're like, he's still like, he like gets mad at you or he gets you mad, you know what I mean? But you still are like, I still like him. Like he's cool. Like,
dude, like
it's like a love-hate relationship. I didn't mean to
sure.
like use ex-girlfriend as like a metaphor, but I meant to say like, he's just like someone that you can't help but love, but he's always upset, disappointing you.
Yeah, like
you're like, dang it, John. That's how I feel with like Kanye West. I'm like, Kanye, why you gotta do that, bro?
Kanye's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I love Kanye too, but like he's some of his stuff is justifiable.
Yeah.
Like what he says, it's hard to level with somebody like that because like he's different, and I don't know.
He's actually the most relatable fighter in a way because he doesn't hide anything. Like everything's out in the open, and it makes you feel.
What he does. I mean,
he tries to be.
I don't think he was trying to be transparent about like cocaine coming up on his fucking.
He's like, I'm just like you.
No, John, that's not how that works. Fucking steroids.
And then he starts like promote. He's like, I beat you on cocaine. He's like, oh. Once it became like a popular thing.
Yeah, once everybody knew it's out of the bag, John don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
But definitely like jiu-jitsu and like wrestling. I feel like you missed your calling wrestling, bro.
I do.
I really feel like you would have been like a really legit wrestler.
The crazy thing is like I'm pretty scrappy when it comes to like my my wrestling and jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I'm able to get to like certain positions and things. Like I'm very scrappy. So yeah, but I was never a part of like, I think it was like my upbringing, like my mom and dad, they never were a part of something like that growing up. So
did you ever play any sports growing up?
So T-ball, rookies.
He's all MVP 1994.
I got hit by the ball so many times that I was like, Mom, fuck this. Like fly ball. Boom, right in the eye. Like, I was done.
Damn, were you like smalls or what?
I was 100% smalls. I was discouraged very, very early on in my baseball career, so I never did that.
I feel like you really excelled in skateboarding, though. Out of all of our friend group, I feel like you were the one in our age group that probably had the most potential.
And like, the sad thing about that is like, I just stopped.
Yeah.
I think, like, what happened was, like, growing up, my family didn't have like a lot of money.
Right.
Like, and I don't know how to put that because we weren't really poor, but we weren't really well off either.
Right.
So like, and I don't know, like when I got to like 15, 16 years old, I started struggling in school, with authority and teachers telling me what to do.
Right.
I had a hard time focusing on doing homework, and like skateboarding felt like an outlet to just like clear my mind.
Yeah.
And to do something and to focus on something.
Mm-hmm. That was like the one thing that you could attach to really improve on. You enjoyed.
Just something that I did. Like if I tried to do homework for like 15, 20 minutes, I'm like, yo, fuck this. What am I doing? And then I would get up and go do something, or and I still struggle with like thoughts like that. And like tying it back into like the money thing and like my upbringing and what am I trying to say? And why I stopped skateboarding. I started making money like in a weird way, and it just kind of like took away my time from skateboarding.
Right.
And I wish it didn't because I was good. A lot of people always told me I was really good at skateboarding, and like I might do something with it, and I should have.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like one of those regrets you have in life.
Yeah.
You know, looking back on it, but not really, because like I feel like I'm fine, and like
yeah.
I'm super like.
We all
content.
have those hobbies that we have a hard time letting go of. That we're like, oh.
And I was really good, and I was like edgy with it too, bro. Like I wanted to be better, and I wanted to do good.
Yeah, you were a competitor.
Yeah, and when I skated with other good people, like it pushed me to be better.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that I wanted to show them up, but it was like I wanted to do more. Like if that fucker could do it, then I could fucking do it too.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That mindset, and I think that really helped me with like my ADHD or ADD, whatever that shit is. You know what I mean? But like I started making money, and like I fell out of that, and like that love for it, because I started making money, and once I realized like how to make a buck, I was like, yo, like I could go out to fucking eat.
Right.
Like I don't need my mom to like or my dad.
That's
to,
a
like,
good feeling
you
when
know
you
what I
start
mean?
making money for yourself.
Like and
you buy stuff on your own. You're like,
that's exactly what that was, bro. And I was like, you know what? Like fuck school. I'm gonna start grinding.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna fucking make money.
And you did, man. You're dedicated for sure.
Yep.
Do you remember who like first got you into skateboarding? Like, did your parents get you one from like Walmart and you just kind of started messing around with it?
Actually, I think I was like 9 or 10 years old. I went to California to visit my sister, my older sister Audra.
Oh, okay.
And
shout out to the sis. I don't think I met her.
No, I don't. She was down for a while. You may have.
Yeah.
Without
like a long time ago.
This is a long time ago. But her boyfriend at the time was in jail, and he skateboarded, and his skateboard was at the apartment.
Yes.
And she was like, just take it.
I'm the man of the house now.
Like, we were visiting her at the apartment, and she was like, just take it, go skate. Like, you can have it. He'll be cool with it. I was only like 9 or 10 years old at the time. So I was like, fuck yeah, cool. Like, and I just remember being in that parking lot of the apartment complex, just like, how do I do this?
Is this like 6th grade or?
Bro, I don't know. Probably.
Because I remember in middle school going to the
like
park.
5th or 6th grade, because like I remember in middle school I was trying
you were kind of already getting like
I was already there.
Like you were in middle school like airing out. Remember we had like a summer thing and we had like backpacks all lined up and we would all try and gain as much speed and clear as many backpacks as we could.
I would line people up all the time just to fucking fly over them. Like my brothers, my sister, Josh, like all the homies, and by middle school, like the skateboarders mindset, you like thinking about middle school, bro, like we started emo. Our generation was fucking emo.
Yeah, the checkered vans,
the girl jeans, bro. I don't like to admit it, but I fucking wore girl jeans.
Hell yeah.
Like, but now everybody fucking does that. You can't tell what's fucking girl jeans and what's boy jeans. It was like almost today.
Like it was just it was against the grain. It literally was.
Yo, that was
like it was just you wanted to be complete opposite of everyone else. And what was
wasn't like cross dressing, because fuck that shit. Like it wasn't. But
I mean, we wore bras sometimes and stuff. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, there's a line.
Yeah, but the skinny jeans were definitely.
Yo, that was like because back then it was like huge pants like Echo and like Fat Farm like.
Yep,
like
Timberland boots with the long shorts.
Even boot cut for like preppy people, like those were bigger pants, but they were boot cut style and different styles. But it was never fucking skinny jeans.
Right.
That was never a fucking thing.
And I remember, because I used to be a hater of them, because Timmy would always wear them.
And
I'm like, Tim, why are you wearing that, bro? He's like, bro, it helps me with my skating, bro. Like you get all defensive. Like he like had like a real reason that it was like helping him with skating.
I don't think I ever had a reason. I just was like, I was just in that crowd.
Yeah.
So I fucking followed the trends. So I was like,
it was cool though.
Yeah. It was different.
It's not like everyone was doing it, and it was like the punk thing to do. Mm-hmm. And like grow your hair out, and I remember Mylan was the same. Mylan, we'd all go skateboarding.
Yo, Mylan had some crazy emo hair back in the day, dude.
Mylan was definitely in his own lane. That's why I liked him so much.
Yeah, Mylan was cool.
Because he always stayed outside of the trends and he was always just doing his own thing.
Yep.
And if you wanted to kick it with him, cool. But if not, he's still gonna do it whatever he wants.
It's crazy to talk about stuff like this because like I'll be 30 in July.
Yeah.
And like I'm thinking about all these like younger years, and I haven't had thoughts about this stuff in like forever, bro.
Yeah.
It's like it's crazy, and it's cool and it's refreshing because I'm like, shit, man, that's how the world was back then.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And it's so different now, and we're seeing generations of people doing different things and being different, and how the world's changing. So
Isn't it crazy to be like that older group, like saying like, "Oh man, like these
it
kids
is,
are,
dude.
these kids got it made now." Like,
I never thought I'd be fucking 30 years old looking
hating
at
on
these
the
fucking
teenagers.
16-year-old
TikTok.
Like, yeah, bro, like fucking TikToking motherfuckers. Damn, I had to struggle to get a fucking phone, like a flip phone at that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw this TikTok, or it was on Instagram, but you know everything from TikTok translates to Instagram.
Yep.
And it was like Gen Z guys when they have to go to World War III, and like someone throws a grenade at them, and like the guy looks, it lands right in front of this kid, and like a guy like, all right, just like throw it back, and he's like, what? And he just starts twerking like above the grenade, like throwing it back.
Yo, bro, it's crazy, dude. You got to be very careful about like the things you say. And,
oh man.
And you know,
even with this pod, it's like
you're kind of scared to talk about things, bro. Like,
yeah,
you know
in a
what I
way,
mean?
but at the same time, it's like, I mean, there's certain things that, because we have our audience is so vague. Like we have young junior wrestlers that watch this, and then I'll have like, even like as old as like, you know, friends' moms or dads.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'll forget that like my stuff's out there for
you
anyone
have
to watch.
such a wide audience.
Yeah, and then it almost kind of makes me think about like what I say, but at the same time, I don't want to let it like hinder too much like who I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, because like I think it's important for people to understand that people are opinionated people. We are biased. Like each and every one of us is biased because we all grew up differently.
Yeah.
Not one of us is the same, but we all have similar like worldly views and opinions.
Right.
So it's hard to cater to each and every type of person in the world when you're out here talking on the internet, you know? You're like, it's kind of fucked up, bro, like because you can't I can't sit here and tell you that I'm gonna be a certain way because that's not who I am. Then I'm being fake.
And then and then also too, like what the internet or people don't understand is like what I say today, it might not be my thoughts tomorrow.
Yeah,
like
you might change.
Yeah, so like if you dig up an old episode, I might say something that I was like, why did I say that? Like,
yeah, of course.
You know, so but that's like what I want like our audience to know is like there's growth in getting older, and there's like
in the thought process,
maturity. So I want people to just be along in the ride along for the ride with me, you know?
For sure.
And I want to be able to like watch these like, you know, when I'm older and be like, dude, remember me and you were talking about that? Like it's the funnest part about this pod, especially getting close friends like you, is like memories come up that I would have never thought of unless I was talking to them. Yeah. You know?
Oh, I have a couple memories I could think of.
Remember whenever I drug you to the Rufus concert?
Dude, that was a good time. Dude, and I'm glad you did because Rufus, dude, Sundream, like those songs, yo, I would get so fucking stoned and listen to that music, bro, and like I would just...
It's just a vibe.
Yo, it was just a vibe. I would be like...
And it was so out there, like, it wasn't really you were like, how do I say it? Like, to go to a Rufus concert was like, you couldn't really get anyone to go with you. Like, it was so out there. Yeah, like, people didn't really know about them.
Because I didn't like concerts, but you would always fucking drag me out to do everything, bro. Yeah. Like, if it was my way, I'd probably
kicking and screaming. I'd be dragging Nick. I'm like, yo, you coming to this Rager, bro?
I don't like doing anything. I don't
Some of the times, like, I mean, obviously, I was a dumb kid, too. I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah. But I'm kind of glad that, like, I made you get out and, like, do some things that you wouldn't normally do.
Like, I think the last time I've drank was with you at, like, that Halloween party, bro.
Oh, wow.
Bro, like, yeah, I was
when we stayed at your house or whatever.
I don't remember. Yeah. I blacked out, bro. Like it was some party in Albuquerque, and I just remember people from school like, yo Nick, like, and I like the first thing I remember is like everybody had a fucking bottle in their hand, and I started drinking with them.
Yeah, just mixing.
Yo, everybody that I like linked up with, I was drinking with them.
Right, because you're like, do one with me. We haven't seen you.
I disappeared with some chick, and I came back with glitter on my face. I ended up beating the shit out of my truck. I woke up on the fucking toilet, like sicker than fuck. Bro. Like it was.
I actually kind of do remember this.
And you know what? The crazy thing is like I was embarrassed about that girl because I was like, I don't know what happened. Yeah. So like talking about that's kind of like.
Hey, shout out to Glitterface.
I hope that was nothing bad.
I think you guys were probably just making out or something.
I hope. I don't know.
But I do remember that actually.
It was crazy,
I remember that was
crazy fucking night, bro. And I don't think I've drank like that since.
Dang.
I was like fucking shattered. Yeah. That broke me.
I remember you were mad at me the next day. You're like, I hate that you make me do these stupid things, and I'm like, sorry, bro.
Nobody makes me do anything.
No, but
I
you're just like,
understand that now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, definitely, I was like, yo, I was fucked up,
Yeah.
bro. I literally.
Well, because we didn't know limits. Like, we were still young enough to where we didn't know our limit.
Yeah.
Like, you just like, oh yeah, I'll drink. Like, it's like Coke. Like,
Yeah.
you just, and then like within like an hour, you're just spiraling
I
or
was
something.
thinking, what was that movie called? Party X or what? Or,
Project X?
Project X.
Yeah.
I was thinking like that when I got there, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this is a house party.
It was
Everybody's
sick,
here.
dude. It was actually a pretty sick house party.
Everybody's like saying, Nick, what's up? And
Yeah.
'cause I've never been to places like
See,
that.
and that's the thing is
Yeah.
like you're so well known through the community, but like you don't go out and like party with the community or put yourself out there. They just know you like on an individual level.
And that's kind of weird, bro, because like it's kind of still that way. Like
Yeah.
I've not chilled with anybody, bro.
Right.
Like I do not chill. Like I don't hang out.
Yeah.
I'm just home, like working on
Yeah.
cars.
Well, you got your kids, you got your hobbies.
Yeah,
You're like
I got
you,
my hobbies, and
you don't
I'm
want
fine.
to put your energy into things that like you
Yeah.
know you're not really passionate about.
I'm trying to like make deals happen and shit, and
Yeah.
and I still do deal with people, but like just not on a friend level.
I
and,
think
like,
that's why you were such a like hot commodity that night because it was like, yo, Nick is out, bro. Like everyone was so happy to see you, but
it was cool.
and I apologize. I didn't know what I was doing either.
Yeah.
But I just know I was always begging you, like, Nick, we gotta go, bro. There's gonna be girls there, bro. So and so's gonna be there, and we didn't even like have costumes. I don't think we just like rolled up deep.
Oh
yeah, I know the table's kind of messed up.
My bad.
It's all good.
I don't know. Like I don't remember if I dressed up or not, but yeah, it was crazy. I think my sister actually went too, and like I had people
shout out to Jess.
Jess. Oh god.
Who would Jess hang out with? I feel like we would like all hang out with like a little group for a while. Kayla, shout out. Kayla was cool.
She's out in New York living her best life.
Yeah, Kayla and Carolyn.
Carolyn.
Those were like Jess's good friends.
Sam Sice.
Shout out to Jess. You know what? But Jess's mom. I said I wasn't gonna talk crap about you, but no, I'm just kidding. She messaged me before this. She's like, "You guys better not talk crap about me." I'm like, "You just signed yourself up."
It's crazy because like this, I feel like this episode is fucking memory lane.
Yeah, and I had a feeling it was gonna go that way,
Yeah.
but you know what? Who cares? Like it's more. We're doing this like for us. Like I try not to focus too much on like, do I think my listeners are gonna want to hear this? Or it's like I feel like that's part of why people listen to is just because we're just hanging out.
Yeah, chilling for sure. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Because like I said, even at the beginning of this week, I didn't think that this was how this was gonna play out.
Right.
Like you just hit me up randomly. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. We haven't seen each other for 5-6 years.
Yeah.
You know,
it's been a while.
Actually hung out, so like it's cool.
Yeah.
And I think it's good for me for like my mentality to like catch up and
for sure, man. And just like this will be like a little, like a stamp on like where you're at in life too.
Yeah.
You know, like you're just popping in, saying what's up to everyone. Like now everyone knows. I mean, everyone knows you're doing well, but like, you know, you just don't see people for forever, and you're like, I wonder what that guy's up to.
Yep.
You know,
it's crazy. Yeah, dude. It's like so far I haven't seen anybody at the fucking McDonald's drive-thru or like a cashier at like Circle K or you know some people, but that don't mean they're doing bad. You know? What I mean?
For sure.
Because like genuinely, I feel like in my own heart, like. Genuinely, I hope people do good. You know what I mean? Like the people that we grew up with, and the like I hate to hear about bad things.
Me too,
you know
man.
what I mean? And like so, I really genuinely like even if you are a fucking cashier at McDonald's, like that's like I don't mean to like diss people because there's good careers in those fields. It's hard because people think down upon
certain jobs or certain things.
But you know what? Like if you work hard in anything you fucking do, you're gonna be successful.
Yeah.
So just work hard. But like I genuinely want people to be successful, and
sure.
I hope they're doing good. So anybody that's listening right now, like I hope you guys are doing good and continue to do good. And
that's the thing about like when you get older, you just like realize like how hard life is. We're all just trying to make it. Like we're all just trying to get through this thing as smooth as possible and not like
people
struggle.
close to you are dying and like like or even you got your own hardships in life that are tough to deal with. Like life is hard and it's sad and you gotta find peace in that life
for sure.
And you don't want to make it just like because life goes by in a blink of an eye. We're already almost 30.
Yeah.
I have 2 kids. So like I try not to focus on the bad, and I try to live life.
I think life gets better too when you stop living for yourself, like when you like start putting others before you and you start feeding into like other people's to do good, it like makes you feel even better.
And I won't argue that.
Yeah.
But like I'm not gonna sit here and say that's how I live. You know, like I've always been.
But like I'm sure you put your kids first though.
Oh,
like,
100%.
that's what I'm kind of saying.
No,
like,
no, I know. But I mean, like just my perspective on the deal. Like, yeah, of course. Like, yeah, you gotta put them before anything else because that's just how being a good parent works, bro. Like that's
crazy. You have two kids, man.
Yeah, and I never thought like you know, and I love them to death.
Yeah.
But being a good parent, it's hard.
I
you
bet.
know, because like you said, it's that selfishness. Like, like being selfless. Like you know, and for me, that's hard for me because I am a selfish person.
Right.
I'm not saying that like I don't want to share my things, but like my time, like I don't know how to say it. Like I said, I'm kind of a loner.
Right.
I'm kind of like, I don't like to deal with people, and not that I don't like people, but I don't like being around people.
Right. Well, you have like, you almost like, you're really good on like staying on a schedule and like doing like, you're gonna work on the car this day, gonna do this.
Kind of, yes.
But if like someone's like dragging you to do anything outside of that, it's like, oh man, like it just sucks the energy out of you.
That's where my selfishness comes into play. I'm like, no, thank you. You know what I mean? So like, for you to hit me up and come down here and do this, it's like.
Nah, thank you, and thank you for saying yes, man. I'm
honored,
really stoked that we were able to make it work, and I was able to get all the equipment working. And
for sure. No, this is
I'm really stoked.
Setup. I love the vibe here and being here.
Let's go against the grain. 57. I need to mess with this more, bro. Watch.
No, it's fun.
Let's do the skit. What do we call it? What's the scariest movie you've ever seen?
The Witch.
Ooh, is that the one where the blonde girl with the goat?
Yeah.
When they're flying in the end?
The crow's eating the lady's nipple at the end.
Oh, I don't remember that part.
She thinks it's her baby breastfeeding.
That's how it ends?
Yo, I'm getting fucking goosebumps talking
about it. Bro.
Yeah,
dude, any movie where the cover of it is just a black goat who looks like freaking the devil, that just is enough warning.
Yeah, dude, it's
I forgot about
the eeriness of it. The devil and Jesus. And,
because if you read the Bible and knowing all the stuff, there's like real.
It's bro.
It makes you wonder, like all these creepy little like cabins in the woods. Yeah, like you don't know what people lives they live.
They got outcasted because of the
just
daughter
that type of weird
something.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they got outcasted of the village. Ooh, and it was next to the forest. It was next to the woods, and the son goes missing, I think. The little baby, the son, and then the daughter goes to look for him, and she like comes into a witch, and I don't know. It
gets real weird. Like you think that's the end, and then it goes further.
Yep.
And she's like signing a contract, and you're like, oh. What about Hereditary? Have you seen that one?
Yo, that was crazy.
Up there too for me.
That was crazy.
It's another one of those creepy
for anybody who hasn't seen these movies, watch them.
Hereditary, that one. You should rewatch Evil Dead, the new original one. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yep.
You should watch that one. It is really good.
Yeah.
I watched it by myself the other night, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like it kind of freaked me out, just because of the actors. They get really good actors who are like they play that like evil person so good.
Like,
it's just like scares me.
On the subject, I don't know, some of my favorites like zombie specific. 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks
that's
Later.
A good one.
Those two are fucking sick.
Down, down, down,
yep.
down,
you already know, dude.
Down. Run! Just kidding. That's the guy who plays. He's on. What is he? He's like the Scarecrow on Batman. I forget.
Oh yeah. I don't know his name. Yep, he's
like a good British actor.
Yeah, he's a very good actor.
What about like funniest movie? Can you think? I feel like the era of like hilarious movies was like mid 2000s.
It's gone, dude.
Or early 2000s.
It's gone. Now all you have is Kevin Hart doing like horrible.
And The Rock.
The Rock.
Doing the same movie just every.
No, I'm just funny. Bro,
Let me throw one out there. Tell me if you think what you think. Grandma's Boy.
It's good. Yeah. It's older. Definitely older.
It's the old one, huh?
Yeah.
Remember? Later's turd nuggets. Yo, I had to make Kiana watch that, and she was just like, "You're stupid." I was like, "Yeah, I guess I am." Like, that's definitely like a guy funny movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Dumb and Dumber, up
classics,
there. I mean, that's like
classics,
yeah.
And it's crazy. Like, how are these fucking classics?
That's
like,
true.
Pineapple Express.
Yeah, that one's good too.
So
I think the first like 5 minutes of that movie's the best when it's in black and white. Because none of us ever really thought about like why they made like weed legal.
Yeah.
And it kind of just made it like showed how like stupid it was. Like
it was
like the reason why they did it. Like just some like government guy like nah, that's staged, whatever.
Yo, another hot topic is like weed, bro. Like everything that's going on with the weed industry. Yeah. It's crazy.
Do you think it's probably boosting the economy like crazy? Like with all the little
the economy's
because everything's taxed, right?
Economy's crazy. I don't know what's boosting what anymore. like
all I know is I'm boosting cars.
Yo, 100%, bro. Like as much as anybody's paying for fucking everything, I don't understand how the economy isn't doing good.
Yeah,
and that's far-fetched to say because I do understand. But
dude, like. If you look at how much money like the Ukraine war is costing us,
like bro, how is weed federally taxed and it's federally illegal? Like how are the feds?
That is actually kind of crazy.
How are the feds taking weed tax money, but it's federally illegal? Like that doesn't make.
Do you think that just so that technically makes the feds
criminals?
Well, that too, but that just makes them choose like who they want to take out, basically. Because it's still like it gives them the power to be like.
I think it's safe to say that we all know that weed isn't bad. Like maybe
as bad as like they like made it seem like in the 1920s or something like that.
We could get that off the board. Weed isn't bad. It might be bad for somebody who struggles with like influence.
Yeah.
But like the same person who might struggle with influence could like be like somebody who just struggles mentally who needs help, you know?
Dude, it's crazy to think of like how easily you can get like pain pills.
Dude, pain
and
pills,
just get hooked on them and no one really even like talks about how addicting
fentanyl
they could
be. And the fentanyl overdoses and how bad it is and the cartel. Like, yeah, bro, it's crazy. It's a crazy world we live in. And, like, it's...
You just gotta follow, like, wherever there's money to be made, best believe the government's getting it somewhere.
Yeah, dude.
Whether it's, like, through illegal transactions or just taking our tax money or something.
Bro, and I don't blame them because we're capitalists, right? And the government has to do what they have to do to make money to pay for like certain social social programs
and then to build like to keep our government
you know, the infrastructure of our world of the United States.
Shout out to the government. I take everything back. I said I work for
you know, roads.
I can't bite the hand that feeds me. Just kidding.
I'm just saying what's real though,
we're just talking about kind of like just how the world works and just how crazy
I love the government and I don't love the government at the same time because
that's fair to say.
It's almost like they're hypocritical in what they do, but at the same time they do what they have to do because they have to do. Like I said, we're capitalists. They need money because they pay. Like I said, there's really good programs, social programs that pay for fucking food stamps,
healthcare,
that's true. Healthcare for people who are like in a place of poverty,
for sure.
Housing, roads, all the things that we do, like fucking road signs and that's all money that's being put into the pockets of the people because they're employing.
Without that, there'd be no system in place for any of that.
Yeah, bro, we might be socialists or fucking communists or you know what I mean, like. And nobody wants that, obviously, because it doesn't work in some places. Some places it may or may not, but I'm not too educated on the matter.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like CHINA.
You're already hacked. You're already hacked.
I feel like I feel like if you say that word out loud, they like shadow ban you. I'm not kidding you. I said it one time.
We're talking to nobody.
Yo, shout out to CHINA. They dude, I was been seeing some crazy stuff on like just what it's like over there.
Bro, I got a buddy right now who's in Tokyo.
Dude,
living his best fucking life, but that's not.
I guess it just depends on what you do and where you're at. Because I saw a video of someone. There was a tractor just destroying a farm, like a garden.
Yeah.
And it was in CH. And and the reason that they were doing it is because they can only grow plants that are approved by the government. So like if you grow anything outside of what they have approved, whether it's like onions or whatever else, they'll just destroy your farm. I swear, it freaked me out. I was like, well, that's insane.
Well, how you know a little bit about farming and how that
Shout
works.
out to Papa Griego.
Exactly. Who's one of the greatest guys I know. That guy is so straight up. And
he's an OG.
If
you guys wanna watch a podcast with my dad, he's like one of the earlier episodes. Brian Griego, shout out.
Great guy. No, honestly, like I love your dad, dude. I felt like he kind of always looked out for me when I was around. Like obviously I had my own dad and
For sure.
I love my dad. And,
he was just Papa Bear for sure.
Yeah, he was a good father figure, and like whenever I was around your dad, you could tell that he cared.
Right,
you know what I mean? So I love your dad.
For sure.
But like you having a background growing up in Los Chavez and that farming, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's heavy regulations on what you can and can't farm. And,
and then water rights too.
The water rights and seeds that are being used, like everything's fucking GMO.
Right.
You know, you can't, like, I don't know, bro. It's a crazy rabbit hole. And you know, we're not too far off from how fucking CH operates and the US operates. Like,
I know.
You know, it's like
I try not to think about it too much, because if I do, I end up just like getting
deep.
Yeah, I get too deep, and then I almost don't live in the moment, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because you're too busy trying to figure out what the fuck's going on.
And then I start worrying too much, and I'm like, oh, we're screwed. Like, the more I think, like, we're done, whatever.
We're fucked.
You know, like, I'm just like, because you realize how delicate this whole system is.
Yeah,
I think
it is.
COVID is like what made an example of that.
It was
that just showed how quickly things can collapse, right? Like in a blink of an eye.
And it's crazy, bro. COVID was fucking crazy. Like I don't want to down.
It's crazy looking back though, huh? Like how crazy the world was 2 years ago.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. Like
I thought it would never go back.
The fucking toilet paper, bro. What were people doing? Like, why weren't they buying rice and beans, bro? They're worried about wiping their asses. You're not gonna have no fucking food to wipe your ass to take a shit if the world goes fucked and there's no food. Like,
I don't know. That was the quickest thing that sold out, huh?
It's social experiments, bro. Like, it makes me feel like, and I hate to be that fucking guy and hate to be like it was a test, or it's just like this. It was a test. It was, you know, but I mean, you got to think about it. Like, maybe it wasn't planned.
Yeah.
But like people who are in like positions of authority and things like that, like they look at that, bro, and it becomes like a test.
They're like, so we know how this works.
Yeah, we know how the mass.
Well, maybe if the thing that scares me is like, okay, so COVID, it killed like, I forget what the percent. It was like 2% or something like that.
Like
one point something percent.
0.09%.
But if the world became like what it was with something that low of a death rate, imagine if something like
at 2%,
way more legit.
3%.
Oh, we're gonna be in like we're gonna be in a bubble.
And don't quote us on those percentages.
Hey, Jamie, can you pull that up? Just kidding. Just so you guys know, I'm a solo producer, so if you guys don't like it, you guys can screw off. We did have an intern at one point, but I fired him. He was too biased.
He just didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, but we're just guys, and we're just talking about like how crazy it was.
It was.
I'm not saying that there was a better way to do it. I'm not saying that.
Hey, there could have been a better way. There could have been a worse way. Right. But how it was, bro.
It's just crazy to look back and it's more so just to not forget.
And how people were reacting, and you know, because like,
dude, divorces like crazy.
Dude, you know,
and babies made like crazy. It was like two spectrums.
Crazy, man, because everybody was locked up, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody was locked up, you know. It's like,
dude, I actually didn't get to stop working, but it was still a crazy time. Dude, it sucked going to Walmart. Let's not even talk about that too much. I'm like, sorry.
Yeah, I'm getting all depressed.
Do you remember whenever I just thought of a memory looking at one of the posters on my wall of the snowboarder? Do you remember whenever we went to Wolf Creek?
Dude.
And we went on that road trip and it was snowing, dude.
Snowing like crazy.
You were like
I think
stressed.
I was freaking out.
Yeah, you had a panic attack.
I was having a panic attack.
And you were like, because we couldn't see. We
don't have panic attacks.
Do you know how on Star Wars when they go into light speed?
Yep.
So that's what the snow looked like.
You couldn't fucking see nothing, bro.
Not even if you looked.
And we were lost.
We were
lost. We were fucking lost.
How did we? So what happened? We're going. There's no phone service.
Didn't we stop at that little restaurant or that little shack or?
Yes.
And then we got.
We were meeting a group up there. Like there was a cabin that we rented or something. Remember? We stayed with a group.
It was with a group of people.
Right. Chill group. It was a fun time once we got there.
Yeah, it was a good time. But I was so stressed out.
I know.
We were in my dad's truck, I think. It was
and it wasn't even meant to.
It was a 2-wheel drive, 4-door.
It's like snowing like 12 inches.
No fucking tire chains,
oh my god.
Spikes for the tires. None of that shit, yo. We were
unequipped. And Nick hates to even leave his house, and I'm making this guy drive through
the worst fucking.
Dude, you probably hated me. I made you do so much stupid crap.
Hey, we're here, bro.
Yeah,
I'm thankful we're here.
You threw a front flip.
Where?
Or you tried to throw a front flip on the snowboard.
Oh, dude.
Remember?
I think
those guys made us go all crazy. Those guys were really good.
They were good, bro.
And we just like leveled up just being.
Yeah, and I wish I would have stayed with it, bro. But I was already at that point where I was just, I don't know.
It was expensive even back then.
I was making money, dude, and like I've been making money, so I'm like fuck this. I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes I think I gotta stop, take a breath, and realize I gotta live, you know.
For sure.
So and you've always reminded me of that, you know. Try to do
just
something,
put yourself out
get
there.
out there, and
I'm kind of leaning like I've been kind of like how you are now. Like I just everything just seems so taxing, man. And I'm just like, do I really want to do that?
Because like I was never confident in myself in what I did.
Right.
Like I was always like I struggled like with like. Not that anybody not that anybody that we hung out with was like a hoe or anybody was a hoe, but I always struggled, bro. Like I just like I don't know why I couldn't get out there and do things. It was weird, bro. I just struggled with that mindset. Like,
well, it was just a chaotic scene, you know.
Yeah,
and I think you were already seeing it for what it was.
Yeah.
And we were just so young and just dumb and driven by like just socializing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and it was good. Like definitely good perspective, and
I'm glad that we had those times though. Looking back, man. As crazy as they were, even like the times when we would go to church together, like it was cool when we were locked into worshiping God, bro. That was sick.
It was, dude, and I think it's safe to say that I'm still a Christian.
Yeah,
I still have like
a belief
Christian,
system.
And I'm not the Christian that I would want to be because I'm like I've always been a skeptical person, so I'm even skeptical of my religion.
Yeah.
And it's like sad to say and think about because I should have more faith.
Right.
But you know, like I'm a proper skeptic in a sense.
For sure. And so, it's okay to question things, you know?
Yep.
I'm the same way. I'm always questioning, like, is this right? Is that right? How do I know this? Like, we're just talking about, like, the government. Like, once you realize they do stuff and you're like, wait, I thought they were telling me the truth. And so you, like, skeptical of everything.
Yeah, of course.
But I think and I think you've felt it, like, once you have felt like the Holy Spirit, whether it's like praying or you really feel that, you know that it's real and you almost can't go back. It's like, it's almost like the shades are taken out of your eyes. Like you see things for what it really is.
It's hard to be that Christian because you get a target painted on your back because all of a sudden now you don't, because you're a Christian and you believe in Jesus and you believe in God. It's like, you believe in all that. So you must not believe in this lifestyle.
It's like instantly everything. Like, so you're homophobic. So you're this. So you're that.
And no, nobody ever said that. But like it makes you know what I mean? Like at one point, if you weren't a Christian, you were the target. But now if you're the Christian, you are the target.
Right.
So it's kind of, and it may not be like that as hardcore as like I'm making it out to be, but it is, you know?
I don't know how it like is. Like, I wonder how it is like in the schools now. Because I remember like it was kind of hard to be like a Christian, because remember Pastor Sean would come to our high school and he would like do a lunch Bible study.
Oh, for sure. Nobody wanted to go.
And it sucked because Pastor Sean, you know, dude. He's trying to feed his young kids with and he was trying to do an outreach. I went.
I think we've went.
But like once you see him, you're like,
oh fuck.
You're
in fucking high school and you're like, oh fuck, Pastor Sean. You're saying oh fuck in your head.
And it's just because it's almost like he was like your parent that wanted to come eat lunch with you.
Yep.
They're just like
stereotypical, like, you know,
their heart is. You're like, oh, all right, I'll do it.
Yep.
And looking back now, it was cool because it made us like, it kind of put us to the test. Being like that.
And don't get me wrong, bro, but like I think Belen was rough to grow up in.
Yeah.
It was a rough school, the high school and our class of people, but there are some really good people too.
Yeah.
I don't think, you know, the bullying and the hazing, I don't think there was as much of that as you normally see.
No, there was a lot, though.
Definitely a lot.
We're good.
Cool. So yeah, definitely a lot of that. But, like, I think our class was pretty good, bro. A good group of people.
See, and that's the thing. I like trying to explain, like, how I grew up and how it was when we were in high school.
Yeah.
Because the way I describe it, she's like, you guys are crazy. But, like, at the same time, we were so crazy and there was fights all the time, but we like were so close at the same time. Like everyone was so close to each other. Like I'll see someone from Belen that I haven't seen in like 12 years, and like I'll like dab them up, say what's up.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
We had like a tighter community, if that makes sense.
Real quick, funny story, dude. If we have time for that. Do you remember like Zach Meyer and his older brother Alex, Tommy,
Tommy
with the blonde long hair?
Yes. Is he a photographer now or something?
I'm not too sure what he's doing. I haven't really caught up with
I
him.
remember Zach though for sure.
Yo, and everything was always like fuck Los Lunas. It's all about Belen. Like that little rivalry, dude. I don't know where this other school was from, but I remember one time, bro. We were skating in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And like a soccer team pulled up, dude. And in their bus, I don't remember what team it was, but they're all talking shit to us. They're like, fuck you guys, fuck you pussies. And we were just skating, minding our business. And like, I remember, I don't know whose idea it was, bro, but our friend Chris Callie, I think he was the driver. But we're like, fuck this guy. Let's go to the store and get some eggs, bro. And me and all of them guys, we went to fucking Al's Mini Mart, which is now closed in Belen because Belen fucking sucks economically.
Oh my god.
So hold on. So
let me guess, it's a dispensary now.
All these fucking dispensaries, bro. There's more dispensaries
than there are gas stations.
Than there are gas stations and the places to fucking eat in Belen. No, but we went to Al's Mini Mart.
That's why McDonald's is booming now because I went all.
All right, fucking Peter, Al's Mini Mart. But we went there. But we got eggs, dude, and we egged the fucking shit out of that bus, dude. We egged the shit out of the bus.
Well, it wasn't Los Lunas? It was just some other school, but you guys just threw. Was it on the road?
It was in the parking lot.
Oh, so when they parked, you guys just destroyed it.
And I remember the next day, dude, on the intercom, Tommy, Alex, or Zach, Chris, Nick, Martinez come to the office
in front of the whole school.
It was kind of cool, bro. It was like a hero moment.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody knew what was really happening.
It was like a Robin Hood moment.
But I fucking knew.
You put on for the school.
Yeah, we put on for the school. So skaters were never really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck them, bro. It was for us, but fuck those people, you know what I mean?
It was so crazy how polarizing it was. I don't know if rivalries are still like that, but
I hope they are.
Me too. It made high school kind of fun, that competitive.
Yeah,
we go destroy the double L.
Yo, that was
so Belen and Los Lunas, the small towns that we grew up in, they're like literally miles apart from each other. And on one hill, Belen has like this giant B on like the mesa. It's this huge B. You could see it from the freeway. And then the same thing with Los Lunas. They have these two giant L's, Los Lunas on a hill or whatever. And so that was almost like the hometown territory right there. And like for you to do something to the L's or the B's, it was war.
It was sacred.
It was
sacred.
Was sacred
ground for a Los Lunas.
Oh, you paint the B blue? We're gonna destroy you. It's so funny because
pillage your fucking village.
I know.
We're coming, motherfuckers.
We would see the blue, or we'd see the B painted blue, and we would like put on war paint, dude.
It was on like Donkey Kong.
And I remember like everyone getting arrested like on the freaking Los Lunas Hill.
We went to the Los Lunas Hill, and I think it was the 2010 class or the 2009 class. Yeah. I think it was them who like initiated the thing.
They like got the group together.
Danette in her class.
Right. Yeah. And it was like the cool thing to do. Like
and we
if there's one thing that got our community together, it was freaking gang wars.
Yeah, dude. And we rearranged the L to look like the B.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that's a diss.
That was hardcore, dude.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? And it was harder to mess with the L because it was like on a freaking mountain.
That was a crazy hike, bro.
With those guys, they just gotta drive right off the road.
Yeah, dude.
So I guess Belen won that war, low key.
High key, bro.
High key.
Yeah, we got them. I guess technically Los Lunas win. Actually, now that I think about how well they're doing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, Los Lunas is thriving because I think there's certain families in Belen that
help.
They don't want to sell certain land and stuff, and I feel like Los Lunas is just kind of open.
But Belen should have been what Los Lunas is for sure.
Yeah. And it still might. I think it's just behind it.
Yeah, it is, bro, and it's sad because the drug problem in Belen.
Right.
Everywhere in New Mexico, the drug issues, just the economy.
Yeah.
The small business.
It's hard.
It's unfortunate, bro.
It's hard to start a small business these days.
Mm-hmm. It is. And
it seems like gas stations are just didn't they replace Little Caesars with the gas station now?
No, they still got Little Caesars.
Do they?
Yeah.
What did they replace? It's like right in the middle of town. Was it the 7-Eleven or was it the Family Dollar? Like now it's a gas station like just smack in the middle of Belen.
Oh, they have a Circle K. They got rid of the little Circle K and made a bigger Circle K.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of.
All the crackheads. That was the crackhead Circle K.
Right.
Oh, they love that place.
Oh, it's the spot.
Now they got an even bigger place, an even nicer place.
Do they?
Yeah.
So it's legit.
Yeah. Don't go there after 10 p.m. Yeah.
Loves is pretty dope though.
Oh yeah, it's a.
Is it 24/7? You can go pop in there.
Hey, don't ask, don't tell.
Get some Gatorades.
Gatorades.
I don't know. Whatever you get at a gas station. Some vapes. Just kidding.
It's a fucking truck stop now. Yeah,
Oh, so that's where all the crazy crackhead truck drivers are?
I don't know. Like I said.
Hey, hear no evil, see no evil.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like, and with the dispensaries in Berlin,
Yeah.
you know, some of them are small business owners.
Yeah.
Some of them are corporate, and I hope that, you know, some of the people that I know have owned these.
I heard that Miles Maestas is doing
shout out
something
to
like
that
that.
guy. I hope he does well, bro.
And John, his cousin John.
Are they the ones that are doing it?
Marissa's sister, brother.
Yeah, John.
Yeah, I think they all went in like as a family.
Yeah, good.
And it's called. It actually opens tomorrow.
It's called budding or something.
But yeah.
I hope they do good. I think they'll do good.
I wonder where it's at.
I'm just a little afraid when I think about how many dispensaries there actually are in Berlin. You know, and the weed that they're getting is not good. It's from the streets. I don't think any of these dispensaries are actually growing their own weed. You know,
it's all exported or whatever.
Yeah. You know, from different growers and from the streets. You know, a lot of weed that people are smoking right now is actually from like Oklahoma or the West Coast, and it's, you know, these people are putting tags on weed. What they're doing is they're sending good weed out to labs in New Mexico to get tested, and then they're putting that same label for good weed on bad weed. And it's all in these fucking.
So it's similar to like it's
a dirty
pouring
game.
Pouring out Ciroc and like putting in Smirnoff and like still calling it Ciroc.
Yeah, exactly. It's a dirty game.
So it's saturated, super saturated.
Super saturated.
I would not know. I'm kind of. I don't even.
Yeah. No.
I just know that I know that I see probably more dispensaries now than freaking gas stations.
Gas stations,
and then I've been seeing gas stations that are like go out of business.
Yeah, dude.
And they just throw a freaking.
That's a dispensary. It went out of business for a dispensary. And I don't know if these fucking dispensaries are doing good. And I'm not gonna say that, like, you know, Miles Maestas is doing that. Don't take my word for that, because I don't know. But I do know that certain things are happening like that. Maybe Miles isn't doing that. And
I'm sure
he's
legit.
A good guy. No, he's a good guy.
I think always been a good guy. Groups of guys, I think that's
probably a dispensary you could trust. You know what I mean? But then there's like corporate places like Everest, who are heavy on like the corporate lifestyle. Who's gonna push their dispensary like a fucking Walmart? So like it's crazy what you're gonna see and the things you're gonna get and how the market's gonna be, but definitely dispensaries, not all of them are gonna make it in Berlin.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. They're all small businesses, so it's like
you could definitely expect some of them not to make it, and that's sad. You know what I mean?
I feel like there's not really, other than like that world. I feel like there's not very many small businesses sprouting up.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really see any mom and pop restaurants anymore.
No.
It almost is non-existent. You know, except, you know, that place in Blend, that one place, Big Mike's, that place is popping.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And that I'm rooting for that place, because that place is...
They've been doing good. I don't know how well they're still doing. I haven't ate there in a
I just know everyone always loves that. Like, it's like the spot to go.
Rutilio's is still doing good.
Is it popping in there?
I think so.
Hell yeah.
You know, they haven't fucking closed down, so that's got to be good.
Hey, as long as if you made it through COVID, you're doing good.
Yeah,
and didn't get shut down.
Sure. Yeah, it's the market right now in Berlin's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, me and my brother actually, Jake.
Shout out to Jake. You know, I want to say something to Jake and Charlie. You guys are one of the coolest little homies. I mean, you're not little anymore, but I remember you guys always being Nick's little brothers, and you guys were doing your own thing. Jake was like... He was always a businessman. He was always doing his own thing.
No, he's still
he would like,
dude. He's doing so
he would
good.
like plant his own garden.
Yep.
He'd like live off the land. I'm like, who taught you this? And he's just like doing it, you know?
Yep. And that's how Jake is. Charlie's doing good.
Yeah,
Jake's doing good.
Charlie's a good kid, man. He's a good guy, I mean.
Me and Jake are actually... So I actually just pushed my LLC paperwork for the IRS. I'm waiting on to hear back from the state because I just sent them the paperwork. And then I got to file with the city. But we're starting up a microgreen business.
Oh, cool.
So it's where we grow microgreens for like healthy... like fucking juice shops and
that's cool, man.
You know, like Kiva juice, you go and get like fucking wheatgrass shots and shit like that.
Sick.
So we're gonna be trying to, like, you know, it's not gonna cost a whole lot, and if you know, I don't think we're gonna fail.
Yeah.
But if we do, it's not gonna be a heavy hit on us. But hopefully we do really good. I'm not gonna say the name yet because I don't want the idea or anything to get out there because we're gonna be pushing like merch for it and stuff.
For sure, man. And let us know when you guys pop up. We'll promote it.
Dude. No, I appreciate that, but But you know, just like it's just crazy because like the idea of being small business, it's scary. Dude.
Yeah,
it is.
There's a lot that they don't teach you,
Yeah,
especially
dude.
in high school and stuff.
School,
They don't even like
bro.
tell you how to.
Nah, dude. They push the idea of be a firefighter, be a cop, be a doctor, and
Shout out to the firefighters.
Yo,
Actually, that's what I tried to be
See,
for a while because I don't know what
But
businesses
there's
or jobs
nothing
exist.
wrong with that, bro. But
Right.
the problem with school in New Mexico is that they don't have options. The infrastructure
Yeah,
of
that's true.
schooling and education, public education, is so fucking broken, bro. It's a fucking joke.
It is a joke.
It is, bro. And it's sad. And, you know, I don't want my generation of children or the generations before me and before them, you know, it's like
Yeah.
you have to see that, bro. And they go through that public education system, and it's fucking sad because it's corrupt, bro.
Right. And it's so hard to like
Yeah.
homeschool your kids if you want it.
Yeah, dude.
And then even then like we all know like the kids that get homeschooled, they're like missing out on like social how to be social.
Social situations.
So like let's say you're protecting them from X, Y, and Z. But then what if they're so smart, but then they don't know how to like look someone in their eye and say hi, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
So that's what like it's a perfect balance.
But
like
the problem with that is fucking phones, bro. Like
yeah,
that's already
phones for sure. But I think
already tarnishing kids' mindsets alone because of like it's like
I don't think I'm gonna let my kids have a phone.
Check this out, bro. Go to Walmart and look at a family, and I bet you like 99% of those families that you see are gonna have their kids with a fucking phone,
iPad,
or an iPad.
Oh yeah, 100%,
bro. Like like it's crazy. And don't get me wrong, I let my kids get on things like that, but I try to limit them, and it's hard, but that's just the society we live in now.
Yeah.
We're a technologically advanced society, and you think with as much technological advancement that we have, you think that fucking like health would be prioritized, or like teaching finances would be prioritized in the public world of education, but it's it's not, bro. It's sad to think about. It's sad, Belen High School was a shitty fucking school, bro. Belen Middle School, shitty. Jaramillo's closing.
Is it?
It's closing, supposedly. So it's
you know what? Because my mom's a teacher. I think they had to like combine.
They're combining
Jaramillo, I think.
And
but I think they're rebuilding it though.
I've heard it's closing, and then they're remodeling Dennis Chavez. This is what I heard. I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, so
shout out to Dennis Chavez. That's where I went to elementary. That's where my mom teaches now.
I think my brother went there once. Yo, your mom too. Great lady.
Thanks,
your whole family, bro. I love your family.
Yeah,
so
you too, bro.
Yeah, I hope when you see them, you tell them that.
I will, and they'll probably watch this. You know, they're like,
excuse
they
the
remember
potty
you.
language and potty mouth. Sorry, guys.
It's cool, man. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
But shout out to your parents too, bro. Your dad was one of the coolest dudes I've probably ever met.
I
Like
miss
he
him
was
every day.
always there as he was just like a rock, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could tell him everything that's going on in your day, and he would never judge you.
Yeah, he wouldn't unless it was like some gay shit. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? He was
but
like one of those
he was
parents.
like a tough security guy. Like that was his
he was
whole life was working as a prison guard, right?
He was, yeah.
So he like had that like mental toughness,
Yeah.
but at the same time he was like there to hear you out, you know?
Yep. Yeah, and I love him, dude. It's like that was the hardest thing I probably ever went through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To see my dad go through what he went through and to experience that and like to talk about it right now, it's kind of like fuck, that kind of hurts.
Yeah.
Because I miss him. Like,
yeah,
he was,
for sure, man.
Huge. He was a huge part of my friends' lives. Like.
He was.
He would show up there and he'd be fucking cool to you.
Dude, I would hang out with him for like 30 minutes before I even like said what's up to you.
Exactly.
Just like chill, be making food, like
he would offer food, offer drinks, like
hospitality, bro. Hospitality. You don't get that these days.
Yeah, dude, and I miss him, bro. All of my family misses him. We all miss him, and it's hard to lose somebody like that in your life, and anybody who's listening, always prepare for something like that.
For sure.
Because my biggest regret was that like I took advantage of it.
Right.
I didn't expect it, and I wish I was a better son. I wish I took what was going on in his life more seriously because like I felt like my dad was so strong.
Right.
And I felt like he was a superhero to me that like
yeah.
No way,
and he never complained or nothing, so you just like assume like no,
you're
it's
not
not
dying, dude. Like stop. You know what I mean? Like we're not going to talk about that because that's not happening.
Right.
And that's the biggest regret that I have is that I had that mindset. Like
right.
I wish I
you almost didn't want to accept what was really happening.
It's
and
not that
just...
I almost didn't want to. I didn't.
Right.
And that's what hurt me. Like when he passed away, and it still hurts me. He passed away 10 days before my birthday, and And, you know, again, like the biggest thing was like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
I wish I would have took what he said to me seriously, and I wish I would have been like more like, what do you need?
For
like,
sure.
Like, hey, let's go do this. And we did.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, because we lived together.
Dude, and we'll always like
You know what I mean?
think there's always things that we wish we could have changed, but more than anything, I think your dad would be more proud of you and all your brothers and sisters, how you're raising your kids.
Yeah.
And that's how you're going to almost show your love and your appreciation towards him is like by passing down the things that he taught you to like your little one.
Yeah.
You know, and that's like almost like they live through you.
And I think
I can't imagine, you know, like that just probably just, they say that I've heard this like in a podcast or something. I don't know where it was, but they say you don't truly become a man until you've lost one of your parents. And it's like the world hits you in the face and you're the man. You know what I mean? And you don't think it's ever going to happen, but then it's like, okay, now I'm like the head of this. Like you almost got to take full responsibility, and it's scary, you know?
And I think that's when things change for me, bro. Like,
yeah. Like your perspective on things.
Like I said, my 20s are expired.
Yeah.
I turned 30 in July. And
I turned 30 next week. Yo, what's up?
Yo, shout out to Josh, the big 3-0, dude. I better be invited to whatever's popping, bro.
Dude, I ain't doing nothing. I'm going to Chick-fil-A. I'll take you to Chick-fil-A.
Let's go. I got you, bro. Birthday meal. No, man, like for real. Like what you just said actually just like kind of gave me goosebumps and resonated with me like super heavily because like when my dad passed away, that's the exact feeling that I had.
Right.
My dad helped me with everything, bro. Like even financially, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I didn't get help. Like, like he helped me with fucking everything: money, being there, time, helping me with cars, and you know, my kids. He helped me with my kids, bro. Like my kid, you know, he was there for Chloe's, you know, first part of her life, and you know, so like, but like he was gone.
Yeah.
The bills, you know, like everything, like that's on you now.
Right.
Nick, that's on you. Like
that's a big burden, man. That's a big responsibility.
It is, bro. And like, it's like I've always made money, but I was never serious about what I did and the work I do.
Right.
But like once he passed away, I'm like, you know, like I'm like, fuck, my dad's gone. This sucks. I'm sad and. Like I gotta fucking do something.
Yeah, it's like not only can you almost don't even have time to. And that's you have to act quick, you know.
That's the regret that I have. That's the sadness that I have. The remorse I feel and have. It's like, fuck, man. Why couldn't I be this fucking person when my dad was here?
Yeah.
Why couldn't I do this and be as successful as I am while my dad is here right now so he could see this?
For sure.
And that's what like makes me want to fucking cry at night, bro. Because like. I wish my dad see how well I'm taking care of my children. Yeah. And how I'm showing up for them and how I'm paying my bills and how I'm taking on new business ventures and how me and my brothers are working well together. Like, I want him to be here to see my fucking kids grow up. And like, he's not, bro. And that fucking sucks. I have my mom. I love her. And
does she still live there? And does she still live in Black?
She's been at a couple different places.
Okay.
She was with the warden for a while.
With the what?
The warden over the Los Chavez.
She was dating the warden?
Yeah, they're married now.
Dang, so you got the popo on the side?
Yep. No, he's a great guy. I love him, dude.
And I don't want, and I'm sorry to bring that up, Nick. No. I hope I didn't make you uncomfortable. But I that's the thing about this is like you don't know what direction it's gonna go. Yeah. But I think our audience needs to hear that because. Yeah. You don't realize what you have in front of you until it's gone. And that's whether that's your parents, that's your best friends, your family, even like just people in your life that you encounter at the store. Like treat them right because you don't know when anyone's last day is going to be. Yep. You know, your last day even. Yep. It's not even like everyone else. It's like.
And that's the biggest thing that you just said. You never, you know, it's like. Dude, like I said, I did not want to accept that my dad was dying.
Right.
I didn't.
Right.
I didn't accept that until he was gone.
Right. And that was just your way of coping with it. You don't know how to react, you know?
Bro, it's fucked up, bro. And I miss him. And yeah, you're right. People do need to hear about that because that's the definition of you don't know what you have until it's gone.
Right.
I've never experienced it more. Until my dad was gone. Yeah. And, you know, if anybody takes anything from this podcast, it would, you know, it's like kiss your loved ones on the forehead. Tell them how much you feel about them. You know, do something nice for them. Just listen to what they have to say for 2 fucking minutes. and don't be selfish with your time with them because you never fucking know. If
yeah, or you don't know how much that means to them, just your time, you know?
Yeah, bro. Like if they're going through something and it's like an illness or you just don't fucking know. Like really, like take the time to be like, man, you know, look at them in the eyes and just fucking suck it up and you know, apologize, whatever you got to do, you know, like that would be my advice in a situation like that, because like I said, I miss my fucking dad, but it made me a better man. You know, like
that's the thing. As long as you change the trajectory after that, your dad, you're gonna see him again one day, and it's not like he's not. It's not like he's missing out on all this, even though he's not here physically. You're going to reunite and he's going to shake your hand and it's going to be the best thing ever.
Yeah,
but that's part of the reason why I started this podcast, because I kind of wanted to leave something behind, like for my family and friends. Yeah. Of just like, I don't know, like I feel like a lot of the loved ones that I've lost, I wish I had more like video of them or pictures. Yeah. Like you want to hold on to every little bit of them you can, you know what I mean? Like if I could like see a video of my grandma, like it would be like the best thing ever, like just her talking. Yep. So it's kind of like, I don't know, I just like to like timestamp these memories, you know?
Yeah, of course.
And get to do it with like some of the best people I know.
Yep.
Like that's why I like pride in this podcast is like getting on not just like people who are promoting or high on like views or business ventures. It's like real people who have real stories. Yep. You know? Like you're not pushing anything. You're just here to hang out with the boy. You know what I mean?
Dude, just like raw emotion, you know, in certain situations, and I fuck with that.
I don't like over corporatized like podcasts where like they pause every second and do a promotion and then okay, today like it's just I like to just be real and talk to someone for an hour, and I don't think. Like, just so you guys know, like, we really don't plan out that much what we're going to talk about. Like, maybe the 30 seconds before this, I was like, hey, Nick, don't talk about that one time.
He's not kidding.
But just, like, little things like that, you know. But it's not that hard to talk for an hour. Maybe it is for some people, but when the guests that I have on, I feel like we could probably talk for 2 or 3 hours.
We probably could. We could keep it going forever. Yeah. And that's good. Like I said, I'm glad you invited me out.
For sure, man.
And, shit, I'm glad at myself for accepting and you know what I mean, getting out of my comfort zone.
Oh, for sure, Nick. I'm always glad to kick it with you, even if it hasn't been a while. It's always a good time, bro.
I agree. Yeah.
So you have anything else? Anything you want to talk about, or do you have an Instagram? What is it, Nick the Hobbyist or something?
It don't matter.
I'll put his Instagram in the bio. Give this guy a like.
No, don't bother me.
You single these days? You slide on the DMs. No. I'm just kidding. No, but thanks again, Nick. It's been a pleasure.
For sure.
And yo, Brandon, we miss you, bro. I know you're out of town. Be on the next pod, hopefully. Yeah. But Against the Grain, episode 57. We love you guys, and until next time. Oh. Wait, hold on. Yes, let's go, baby. We love you. Love you, brother. All right, I'm gonna pop this.